Dan Bilzerian's villain origin story. Let's expose the dark psychology that ruined him.
But was there ever a girl that you really wanted that you couldn't get?
There was a lot of girls that I really wanted that I couldn't get. It's in 11th grade, and I remember I finally got this hot girl.
Notice what he just said because it's going to be extremely important in exposing how he went from rejected in his youth to craved later on.
To agree to go to prom with me. My dad gave me his suit, and he's 6'1", I'm 5'9", so this thing's like 4 inches too long. But I was still excited to go on this thing. I was going to prom, I had a hot date, whatever, and I told...
I'll guarantee you missed this. He said, agreed to go to prom with me. I was so excited. There's nothing bad about being excited to hang out with the girl. In fact, it's good. It means you like her. The part that reveals his mindset at the time was the fact the girl agreed to go out with him. Having that mindset frames the girl as the prize and you as the chaser. And what you chase runs, which is going to come into play in just a second.
My parents, obviously, they gave me some money, this whole thing, and the girl canceled like the night of, and I didn't have the heart to tell my parents. I was so embarrassed. So I basically like put on this oversized clown suit and left my house and just kind of sat in a parking lot for an hour or so.
Listen to what he's about to say because it's going to expose everything. But real quick, we've all been rejected. And his raw honesty and the way he frames it is what makes him irresistible. But how, Victor? How could talking about getting rejected make you irresistible? More on that in a second. In high school, exact same story with me. This popular girl tells me to ask her to prom. My sister and I make a sign. I'm ready to go and ask her out. And I get a message from her saying, hey, I'm going with this other guy. I was so embarrassed, bro. Embarrassed to tell my parents. Embarrassed to tell my sister. And pulled the exact same crap. But how you frame that is extremely important.
I didn't know what to do because I didn't want to tell them, and I was embarrassed about it.
So what do you do when you get rejected? How do you take a negative experience and make it the thing that makes you irresistible to future girls? Two things. Number one, remember in the beginning how I explained that his raw honesty is what makes him irresistible. 99% of guys, when they get rejected, try to hide it. But girls subconsciously understand that if you're acting like every girl wants you, you're overcompensating. And if you're overcompensating, you must not have other options. Versus a man with options is not afraid to say the truth that some girls don't like him because he's not afraid of embarrassing himself and pushing a girl away. And girls subconsciously understand that if you're willing to push her away, if you're willing to be brutally honest, you must have other options, which kicks in the extremely powerful concept called pre-selection. If other girls like you, she's gonna like you too. So when she perceives you as desired by your raw honesty, her brain takes a shortcut to I desire him too. Point number two, pay close attention to this. Every guy's gonna have a negative experience in dating. Facts. There's no getting around it. You can either take that negative experience and let it make you a better man, or you can take it and let it ruin you. And by ruining you, I don't mean ruining you in terms of dating. You can become more desired, but ruin your soul by hooking up with a bunch of girls, rather than staying focused, staying noble, and finding a girlfriend, finding a wife. Dan Bilzerian evidently took that heartbreak in the negative direction, and he implements the 6 psychological principles. I explained the girlfriend formula extremely well, but he uses them to hook up. And you know what? It's not just Dan Bilzerian. It was me too. When I got rejected, I was pissed off. I was angry. I became famous on TikTok, 1 million followers, and I started hooking up with bad girls. Tainted my soul, felt like trash. And then eventually, I hit rock bottom, bro. Looked up towards God and decided to wait till marriage. So even though Dan took the negative route, which was abusing the psychology of dating to be a degenerate, it doesn't mean he can't change. I saw a video of him recently saying that fulfilling your sexual desires makes you empty. So he's on the right track, getting closer to the right path. If you want to learn how to communicate your attractive qualities in the most effective way possible by understanding the psychology of women ethically without manipulating, I'll link the Gentleman's Society, top of the description, and I'll pin a comment. Check out the girlfriend formula located in the classroom section if you'd like. Stay blessed, bro.